Test.
All that I do. I hate you so much.
This is your fault.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode, what the fuck is it, 61?
Dude, I think it's more than that.
Jesus
Should we look it up?
Christ, dude. No, it's 61.
There's been a few that you said, and
No,
I'm like,
you're right. Yeah,
whore.
71?
Yeah.
God, I'm the worst. This is the worst.
I
71.
have a podcast.
Fuck you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You can support this podcast at Patreon. Patreon.com/Conservatish, and we're recording and you can find me on Instagram at Peter_Feliciano. Today, for the third time, is my brother Will.
Hi. I'm gonna let everyone know that I was going to bring Peter some Crayola scissors, but I am bad at planning and lazy.
Only people who've been around since like the third episode, fourth episode will know that.
That's for the true fanes.
God damn it, dude! Why do I do this so often?
I don't know.
Why do I?
Man, I haven't had
record
Marlboro
so many
in so long.
Look at the fucking. You haven't what?
I haven't had a Marlboro in so long.
Do you want one?
No, God no. I'm American spirit. That's right. I like smoking the.
You actually kind of look.
It's American.
You kind of look Tongan, actually.
dude. Okay, so my guy, Jose.
Yes.
You remember?
No.
What is that movie called? Sangre por Sangre, is what it's called.
No. What the fuck? Why would I know that?
What is it?
Blood,
blood,
water for chocolate?
No.
That is. I remember beating off to like water for chocolate. I remember being a fifth grade, sixth grade. It was a book and it had like sex, and I remember beating off to that.
So you like written porn?
Only about Mexicans.
I also.
We shouldn't be recording this in the Piedmont district of Oakland.
I really want to take this. And
I already see a white woman with her arms folded.
I am unhappy with what you guys are doing.
Did someone say Mexican somewhere near me? Excuse me, they are Mexican. What's with that? Latin? They're not even saying Latin anymore. They're saying Laxon.
What?
Fucking with an X. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah, because they wanna let everybody in. So they do Latin instead of Latin. They do LITXN. Or because they're cunts. Because they're fucking childish cunts.
But we understand what Latin is.
You can say Latino. You can say Latina.
Okay, but who is the
Latinx or women with a WOMXN?
But that doesn't make sense.
I know it doesn't.
It's
your fucking people.
Silent.
You decided to
Don't
live
say
here, man.
my people.
You decided to fucking
live
here.
in Fremont.
Tongans who live in Fremont.
Fremont Tongans in the house.
Who let me have a podcast?
We should just turn it off now.
Who let me do this?
I turn it off.
Why
and
did
just
you
scream.
do this?
I just
people.
Scream.
You
Generally.
understand that you're not good people.
Have you?
You don't wanna live.
Have you had to tell anyone close
that
to
I
us
have
yet?
chlamydia? Yes.
Yes. So, hey, Dad, I gave you the clap.
Jesus.
No.
I'm talking about our father now. Yes.
He loves it. He's the one that raised this. This is his fault. Anyway.
You don't wanna.
Have you had to tell anyone close to you that their music sucks? I'm not. This is not a leading question that I'm not going to say. Have I so your music sucks. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but not so much.
Okay.
Not in some ways I have had to.
How do you go about it?
Ooh, that's a good fucking question.
I love this
Careful
person.
with the cord, by the way.
You're the one who put it on my lap.
No, I'm just saying with it. Well, you listen to fucking every episode. You should know. You know when you hear that, it's because we're fucking with the cord.
I didn't realize that until you explained it to what's his face. You said this is you get the. I'm like, oh, that's what that is. But anyway,
this is the price we pay for not having to be in the studio. Yes, what Tongan?
Zach, it.
What?
Come back to my Tongan questions. Help me gain some Tongan knowledge.
Well, I hate you so much.
Whatever, handlebar.
Is it like a of all fucking people with your fucking mud vein facial hair? You need to fucking
dude. My wife straightened it today. When you grow yours out, does it do this shit? Does it go?
All right. We've literally gone like
lady.
what? Fucking 3 minutes, 4 minutes. when we haven't said a fucking thing?
I tried to bring some substance. You took it down and brought it back to Mudvayne.
I'm not that okay.
You say you
It
suck.
depends on if they're trying to be professional or if they're just doing amateur shit.
Pro. Like, if they're doing amateur shit, whatever. It's just fun having energy bullshit. But if it's someone trying to do it for reals, someone close to you.
How long have they been doing it?
Under 2 years. Like, I want to be respectful and give constructive criticism, but I just don't know how to.
Well, if they ask you what you think, do they ask you what you think?
They have asked me what I think.
Then I would say piss in their butt.
I've already done that.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Because it's kind of like feedback. Like if you piss in their butt,
it comes out.
And it comes out until it's clear. Like you have to piss over and over, lots and lots of water, and then eventually at the very end of it, it'll all the shit flakes, all the because you have to, it really burrows down in there, right? And after all the shit flakes have flaked off,
thinking like fish food.
Then you
fish
can tell.
flakes.
Then you're pretty much. Then you actually spell it out on their butt in cum. Your music sucks balls.
I bet you could dry out cum and then turn it into fish food flakes and then feed it to fish and then eat that fish.
I have done that, dude.
It's like Inception cum.
It looks like. It looks like It almost looks like mashed potatoes, like dried mashed potatoes.
I'm just thinking of like just the chunks that you haven't mixed it all the way yet.
Get in the boat, the banana boat.
Hello, nurse.
Why, dude?
Beautiful.
Well, okay. Jeez.
I'm talking about grandma
hair.
back there, dude.
Oh, dude, yeah, fucking.
I pound it.
Fucking with the strength of numbers.
Oh. Anyway. Coming back.
She's probably got I wonder if old Asian lady pussy tastes good. It probably does.
It probably does not. Dude.
Why don't I know that yet?
I've been in enough Asian restaurants, Chinese restaurants, to know.
It tastes like.
I'm going to hell.
It tastes like barbecue beef.
Do you like barbecue pork?
No.
Pork fly.
Beef and broccoli.
Ew.
General So's surprise.
General So. General So.
I want to talk about the dead Kennedys. Who cares, dude? Like old fucking. I get it. I'm glad it was around, but is it something you have fun listening to? Seriously?
I like some punk, but I don't want to listen to more than 1 or 2 songs in a row, just because they are basically the same thing over and over again.
Oh my God, I hate that.
I was hoping he was gonna crash. I was like, please hit that fucking manhole and just go fuck. 10 points.
So we're just sitting in Piedmont now,
hating
in Oakland.
Just hate.
This is the second day in a row that I came over to the East Bay to record a fucking podcast episode. Do you understand what I go through for you fans? Do you understand?
You're welcome.
Fucks. I don't know, man. I don't know. Do you like this person? You love this person?
Yeah. He's just he's a bro, and it's just like I like. He can be great, but I guess it's more the substance is what I have the issue with.
What do you mean? So like it's the getting it done. He does it. He's putting in work, but he's just not good.
Yes.
Okay, well, part of that may be just time. I fucking sucked for a long time.
Exactly. And so where do you temper that of just like it? And again, the other thing I'm thinking about, right, is like it's not my kind of music,
right?
Necessarily, so I don't know if I'm necessarily the best judge for it.
Right.
So I don't want to be like,
but
this shit sucks.
But you listen to all kinds of stuff. Yeah. You know when something has give a fuck. Give a fuck is, in my opinion, the most important ingredient. And outside of that, I can hear like throat singing and be all right with it.
I love throat singing.
You like throat other things.
That's the throat singing I like.
Got him.
I like cup in the mouth.
Dude, I gotta tell you, Vines were fucking hilarious, dude. Vines, so underrated. So fucking, it really showed the best of humanity.
He needs some milk.
He needs some milk.
Dude, my daughter says that. Anytime something goes wrong, she's like, he needs some milk.
He needs some milk.
Yes, I do need some milk, Lovey.
Fucking. Why would he need some milk?
I don't know.
He's flopping around on the ground.
I don't know.
He needs some milk. The pause between some and milk is really underrated. That's he needs some milk.
That's the best advice anyone can give.
Get that motherfucker some vitamin D now. Jesus.
I mean, she's not wrong.
No, he probably did.
He does need some milk.
I almost spit up coffee. I'm going to a Passover dinner later. Don't touch mine.
You need some milk. Why are you eating a lot?
Because milk and coffee makes it weird. I feel like I need a just regular coffee. This area sucks balls. All of Oakland. Why?
Piedmont
Have we
sucks.
talked about this before?
I don't
Fucking
like
Oakland.
I hate Oakland.
But do you like Fremont?
I like Fremont because I can leave my car keys in my car door in my fucking driveway overnight and not have it fucked with.
Even in your area?
In my area.
In your area.
I'm in the ghetto of Fremont.
Right. There's like white people there and shit. Like,
Dude,
there's no Indians.
Oh my god. Anyway, both people on either side are white, but you know,
I will steal. There should be a grip of Indians breaking in. What if it wasn't the white and black kids that we think it is? It's just like Indians with polos on, like 30-year-old skinny.
That is Fremont.
Like just busting open windows and I'll take your shit.
This is an Indian gang. Or they be called the Jets. Hello, I am the Jets.
No, that's Mexican.
Yeah, that's me.
That's Sharks. May he poop on my knee.
Amnesty?
What? What is Amnesty?
They have a fucking vest that says Amnesty International.
And Amnesty International.
Let's go get some amnesty.
Dude, I wonder if we should interview them.
You get amnesty. You get amnesty.
Hey,
sweet.
Do you have a minute to talk about shit?
Where's your Trump hat? Dude. Just go up to him.
Dude.
So how are you?
Right.
Angry?
Well, obviously. Right.
Seething?
I'm planning on doing a video soon where I walk around with a Trump hat and get people mad.
You're just gonna die.
You're like, gonna die. Nobody fucks with me.
You're like, I don't have to go to New York if I'm dead.
This is true.
Well, New York.
Are you sad about?
I'm very sad about you leaving.
But you understand I have to.
No. I think you're getting good success here. But
what fucking good success?
For some reason,
Patreon.com/conservatish. You fucks. There's no fucking giant. There's no.
I think you're thinking New York is gonna be the holy land of the Holy Land.
I'm not saying it's the Holy Land, but it's better than goddamn San Francisco.
I mean,
there's nothing. There's no music scene here really. There's me and Jefferson Bergie and some hip hops. Yeah, dude, I like Jefferson a lot.
Dude's fucking hilarious.
He's a sweet baby. He's the one who I recorded with yesterday, who's going to be out before you.
Oh, so he gets 4 before I get.
No, he gets 3 and
suck a blow.
So we've done 3.
No, hasn't he done 4?
No, sir. He's done. Yesterday was 3rd.
I forgive you then.
And yours 3rd one is right now.
He's still technically before me. So you just love him better, and I understand that.
Well, yeah.
And you're a horrible person.
Well, listen.
I'll shite in your mouth later.
Last time I let you suck my balls, you completely ignored my taint, which
maybe you should bathe more.
Many times.
Express. I didn't want to
like ass juice, dude.
I didn't want to milk your anal sacs.
Milk is the most.
I'm imagining just
milk
because I have to go in, and then you go. Trent was talking about.
I wonder what Peter's brother is like, and this is the shit. Like, this is the thing. Like when I call the thing conservatish, and sure I'll have some MAGA supporters on and some whatever, but like when I didn't think that it would either be most of the time my guests are like musicians and we talk about music, or we talk about or you and I exchanging bodily fluids.
Just filth. Filth is what we bring to the table.
Right. Yeah, it's weird having a podcast. But no, New York is New York. Listen, there's more going on there. There's more music. There's more comedy.
What
there's
are
more
you
everything.
picturing when you go there? What are you seeing in your mind? I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just trying to see where your brain's at.
For what? What do you mean?
Going to New York. What is going to be different?
When I perform, there will be more
vaginas.
Yes, but there will be more respect for it, more because it happens more. There are more musicians to compete with and coordinate with and do more music with. There's comedians.
In cars.
I love that fucking show, by the way. I really can't wait until. Except for Trevor Noah, Seth Meyers.
Oh, he was on there?
Seth Meyers is boring as shit, dude. Can you tell me for real, how dare Jerry Seinfeld let him in his fucking car?
I have to say he doesn't. you know, I haven't seen much of him, but he's not someone who has grabbed my attention because he just feels fake.
He feels fake. Just hi, I'm snarky and white. That means I'm smart and funny.
I can, yeah. It just doesn't feel real. But as you said, the give a fuck is not entraí.
Yeah, it's just not, man. I don't know. I guess I see New York as what? I guess I see New York as like more. Don't touch it. I guess I see New York as like there's going to be more opportunity for shit getting done, and more. I don't know, dude. I don't know why I feel. I think I feel just distracted by Piedmont right now.
It's because of the bitches.
Yeah.
I mean, women.
Amnesty International. Ooh, hot ones.
Yes, that's what I said. I'm not looking at the Amnesty International.
But there's barely any hot. Oh, that would be a nation that I would fuck.
Ladies,
I would fuck that
really?
Asian.
She's a little.
Her face is a little busted.
She's a little busty, but she has nice hair.
It looks like. It looks like someone took her face and like flattened it on a pan. Like rolled it out like Play-Doh.
I've seen enough old Asians that I know that that's what she's gonna look like when she grows older. Her face is gonna be wrinkly and angry.
But I was saying I would. That's all. What were you saying? Oh, New York. I don't know. It could be the wrong decision. That's the weird part about all this is that it's like I don't even fucking know. I might get out there and I might fail. I don't think I will.
You're
going to
be successful wherever the fuck you go. I'm just saying, do you have to leave to make that happen?
Kind of. And plus, I'm not feeling this fucking place anymore, dude.
You just
especially Oakland and shit. But like, it mostly, yes. This place is weird, man. This place is not. In a couple of years after the bubble pops and all the money's gone, the musicians will come back in, the artists will come back in, and people will have more of a sense of humor.
Okay,
but there's not enough grit for sense of humor to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, who do you genuinely know who's fucking funny? They're not from San Francisco originally. They can't be. Even if they have some balls and some soul, they're kind of funny. But, like, they're funny when you riff around them. But they're not, like, just funny naturally by themselves. Yeah. Like, if they have some balls, they like the Warriors, and that's as soulful as they get. So like they like the Niners and the Warriors, and that's as soulful. Like, there's not just like this. Look at this fucking cocksucker coming down here.
Are you talking about the guy walking with the
fucking scarf?
With the fucking scarf and the parachute pants.
If he's not gay.
Nice paisley pants.
Ooh, this bitch right there.
Yeah, I know. But that's the only reason he can get away with it is because of that. And all the guys are she's going to get gangbanged.
Dude, I would like that. God bless you.
Can I just watch in the corner and just touch
my
So what you're
saying as much as you want to talk about equality, ladies, there's a reason why that fucking, I know you didn't see it, YouTube audience, or like people listening on iTunes or Spotify or wherever the fuck you're listening. But there's a reason why that girl gets followed around by like 5 guys, and it's not. And that girl talking to Amnesty International right now with her frump face. There's a reason why that chick is not followed around by a bunch of guys.
I am ready to fight.
Because that one, the hot one, waxes her butthole. And that one is like,
I'm not gonna say
I don't need to change for men.
Hey,
okay,
man.
Well then we don't fucking need to pay attention.
She may not want man. You know, like if
that one wants one. The black one.
Black one wants one. That's what
you can tell a black lesbian.
Do you guys have anyone that
because a black lesbian? I tell you what, a black lesbian straight up, like not bisexual. I'm saying a black lesbian always goes butch. A black lesbian always goes butch. There's not a black lesbian that goes lipstick.
Yeah,
white lesbians absolutely can do lipstick, but
cross the street.
What? That car?
No, the white
this
tank
little.
top.
Look at this.
The white thing.
That is not 18.
No, dude, she's 16. Go put your backpack back on.
I know you have a daughter.
I know,
so
dude.
I'm not gonna.
No, the thing is that I'm already
I
fucking thinking
bite her
about.
tits off.
I would give her a way to get rid of her acne. I would. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you know we're looking. Hi.
Did she wave? I think she waved, dude. We'll be right there, baby. She wants to be on my show.
I don't want to do
Motherfucker. He's Tongan. You start doing the sumo like.
Oh, I'm wet.
He might ravage me.
Yeah.
You need tribal tattoos.
Where's my daddy? That's what she was looking for.
Dude,
looking for
I'm
her
right
daddy.
here. I'm right here.
Papi,
And then there's a reason why that one right there
is walking 10 feet over, man. Oh, they're
with
not.
a fucking puss that just looks like someone exploded something.
We're
Cankles are us.
She's
Dude,
angry.
we are
She's
assholes. We are complete
but
pieces of shit.
you know what?
Are we?
Mang.
Okay.
Mang?
I'm gonna have another cigarette.
Okay, girl.
I'm not gonna smoke one. Actually, you know what? Let me try one of your fucking.
That's right, whore. You want to touch it? You know, fucking.
I want to save the environment right now. You do look a bit Native American right now. It's not just
I'm
these.
banging one. She's not American.
Well, you almost said her fucking name.
That's fine.
It's like the fucking third time.
People know who I'm married to.
You're a piece of shit. Thank you, because I don't want to edit anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you weren't good in the first place, but it's okay.
I did. I edited. Wait. Did I let her name through once?
You let the wheeze.
God damn it.
It's, you might as just go crash the car right now and kill yourself, but only crash that side.
The only reason why I'll do that is because you're Tongan and I'm half white. So
we should move this off of me. I move too much. Is the American spirit too much for you?
I feel like I'm saving the environment.
Good. I feel like I'm
I'm
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But
Oh no. She's frumpy and angry.
Dude, she is. Her hair. I'm sorry, black girls. Go
She
curly
looks
or go straight. No, she looks like.
That's Dominican hair, man. That's Latino.
face-
She has some Latino.
Her face looks like someone pushing her
Latin.
through a tube, and she's coming out the other side. Where like nose points first, just like Thomas the Tank Engine.
What were we talking about?
Oh, that was a Vine that was kind of funny too.
Which one?
The one where like, no, actually that wasn't that funny.
No.
Look at that one-eyed dog. Aww.
Come at me, bro. You know what? Look at that. That other tiny dog is walking around like he's the one who did it.
Yeah.
He cut him.
Dogs have like one personality. Have you noticed that?
What? No.
Yes, they do.
Fuck no.
Small ones like that?
Oh, small ones, yeah.
They do the same thing over and over. And listen, they're my
tiny
favorite
and angry.
personality.
They're like
They're
that
my
chick over there.
favorite. They're my favorite personality.
Tiny dogs?
Yeah.
You haven't met Zoo, dude.
No, I have. I'm sorry. Your big dogs are fine. They're fine. But like, I want a tiny, dumb little dog that I can just throw around on the bed.
Something that won't dominate you.
I'm not afraid of being dominated by. See, look, this black girl, she could. Yeah, she could.
Dude, she's Somalian.
She looks a little like.
That's Somalian.
Not Dustin Diamond.
No.
She looks like.
She's Afrikaans.
Yeah, exactly. But she could get it.
Of course she could. There's a lot of fucking Ethiopian chicks who are hot. I'm not racist like you, racial like you. I'll fuck a little doggy. I mean, who are you checking out?
Just getting distracted. No, I was
by
just
Amnesty International.
Yeah.
Amnesty.
Just
She has a nice butt. Why are you? Is this what you do? You sit in your car and just fucking fume?
Yes. Why do you think I have a fucking
vest
podcast?
So goddamn much. Fuck your vest.
That's an interesting thing too. Is like, am I doing enough for my podcast people? You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm doing the most, but am I doing enough?
So you know what? No, you're not. You should give me more things.
Listen to like every episode. What do you? What's your views on things so far?
I like it. I don't know why I like it. I just like hearing your shit, and I agree with you a lot. That's probably because I'm your brother. But if your audience is growing and you're being real, someone is going to like your shit. There's a market for everything. Somebody's going to want to listen to, someone who fumes in their car at people with yellow vests.
Yeah, it's true.
And I'm one of those.
Yeah, I don't know.
I love your with your Melissa Etheridge one.
Oh yeah, you're one of those people. Fuck it, I was thinking more "come on my window," but as there are some people who like the episodes I did by myself.
I like them.
Yeah,
but that's just because I like hearing you rant about bullshit.
I need more coffee.
Oh, dude, Jerry is the best.
Yeah, right?
Jerry's the best.
See, but you're not a fucking MAGA supporter, so why do you like Jerry?
Dude, you know me. If you're gonna be a real person one way or the other, I don't have to agree with you. But as long as you're being real and not a fake fuck, I know that I can trust you, and therefore I can either disagree with you and we just don't talk about that shit or what. But Jerry, I mean, you know, he's a contrarian, just like a lot of people I know, which I'm cool with. But as soon as he said, I'm not down with the Rosicrucians, I'm like, all right, you got my trust, bro.
Okay. All right. Now we're going to get into some juice.
I don't want to go into it too much.
Fuck
but
you. You cannot say that.
There is some evil bullshit.
Say that on my fucking show and not get into it. God damn it.
Go look it up. And
I started, dude. That's some creepy shit, man.
It really is some creepy shit.
Oh, and God damn it.
You need to talk to our other brother.
Okay, fuck it.
Trust me.
I don't listen. I love him with all my heart, but I don't know if I can really get into it. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying get into it. I'm just saying that there are some things that are really interconnected. That you're just like, holy shit.
How do you know?
Because I've talked for years about many different people about many different things, and I know a lot of people. And you know, I've heard different stories from different people. I have worked at a metal super place.
At a what? No what?
At a metal supply shop where they were basically all. You don't remember this? Before I became a plumber?
No.
Back in the Disney. But they were all. What the fuck are those people called? Illuminati. Not Illuminati.
Rosicrucians?
Oh my God.
Rosicrucians?
The other ones. The Masons. They were all Masons. And the fucking main boss guy was like one of the higher ups and all this shit, right? And just seeing the way that they act and all the things that they did. Years later, I heard other stories and I've read some stuff, and I'm just like, all right. I mean, I'm not like a conspiracy theory guy. I'm really not. But then I've talked to people who have had experience, and when he said that, I was just like, motherfucker, dude. Yep, good. You turned away, bro. Good. And that's hard. Whoa. It's basically all about choosing material and self versus the other stuff. That's kind of like their whole thing.
Versus like selflessness and giving?
Exactly. Well, turning away from the light of basically God and all that stuff, and basically the whole thing is
literally it's like Satanism. Kind of.
It is Satanism to a degree, but the thing is what the idea of Satan
in a Christian
is.
God, though?
No. I'm more spiritual, but the thing is the idea of Satan, the evil in us that is all there. It's accepting that and knowing the truth that you are choosing the dark versus the light.
Jesus.
And so I'm sure that's something, you know, whatever that in your mind may be.
Right.
Those are some of the rituals that go on, and you have to basically.
Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, dude.
So yeah, because he said some shit. He said that they wanted him to like it amounts to something like hurting a kid or something like that.
I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure. You got to do some stupid shit.
Serious?
Yeah. Well, basically that's the whole thing. Is you have to take all these different steps in order to give up your humanity, to choose the material and here in order to gain it. So fine, you give up a piece of yourself. We'll give you a higher rank in whatever the fuck it is.
But what would that fucking higher rank be anyway?
Well, power. You're basically giving up yourself for power. Your true, self, the good self.
Okay, so they have like kind of ties to other shit.
Yes,
ties
and
to
they're
like
all
deeper
the same thing.
Politics type of shit.
Exactly, because everybody has chosen the self, the power over the good, more or less.
I see. Is it because you think? I wonder. Like, is part of the reason why people get into that? Is it because they believe in a Christian God and they're going against it, or is it because they just are jaded from trying to give to other people, or trying to or they're like, you know what I mean? Like, are they just, I'm sick of life the way it is, and so I just wanna get what I wanna fucking get.
I'm sure. See, that's why there's different levels of the whole thing, right? People want power, especially ones who have been powerless in their life. Right. However, that is that they get it, right, is up to them, I guess. Now, this would be just a path of, oh, well, this is a group that I could work with. The lower, people at the first step are only going to say, oh, cool, I get to help out and support, and then I get, all these other benefits. And then finally you take the next step of giving away yourself a little bit more and gaining a little bit more understanding that you're giving up your goodness, more or less, choosing power, and then you go in the next. And I'm going to be murdered now. Goodbye.
Nobody knows your last name.
Good.
Brother. But the problem is, the problem is too, is that there's this big. It's weird being on the, because I'm pretty. I would say I'm Christian, but like more. I believe in God more than I believe in needing a middleman or anything.
Well, this.
But I also don't believe in like the type of God that like. You know what I mean? That a lot of people live.
I don't believe in religion.
Sorry, her skirt is blowing up a little bit, and I'm seeing a
Merry
little bit
Christmas. God
but
bless
like
us, everyone.
I just want to see a little crotch, dude.
I believe. I don't believe. I hate religion because it's all man-made.
Right.
She's
no. You were fucking staring at that 16-year-old. I guess
I wasn't. She was at least
you were
questionable.
But anyway. But like there's a lot of people in the realm since I've started dipping my toe more and more in. It's not even my fucking knees are in it now. In the world of conservatism and libertarianism and all that stuff, and I believe a lot of that same stuff. There is a big push on one side, on the more libertarian side. There's a lot of atheists, and on the other side, there's a lot of people who are like, okay, we'll serve like pro-Trump things, or we'll post pro, anti-abortion stuff, but then we'll also get into, here's this Christian thing, and here's this way that people are trying to get rid of God. And I can see it in this way of like, okay, all right, this is what these people believe, but I also think that maybe there's merit to it, at the very least, if you see it as, okay, these people are trying to get rid of good, and these people are trying to get rid of evil, or these people are trying to get rid of self-centeredness, and these people are trying to, although I think sometimes the atheists are wanting to get rid of self-centeredness as well. I believe that there is definitely an altruistic push of liberals and atheists to like, hey, let's take care of each other, and that's why I care about not hurting black people or whatever.
Yeah.
But then it gets so fucking far that it's almost like none of us have a label, none of us matter as a human being, or as a life entity or any of that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that with atheism there is a sort of resentment or an anger behind it, versus like, okay, like I've obviously
straight up science.
When I was angry at in my past life, I was like, there is no fucking God, blah 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 blah.
Right.
And then I realized what my issue was that it was the religion that I had an issue with, rather than my spirituality or my relationship, whatever higher power or whatever there is out there. And that's what I've taught my daughter is, hey, if feel free to go check this out, check that out, read all the things that you can, because everyone's kind of got a good point. But really what matters is whatever relationship you have personally with whatever higher power that is. Whatever you want to call it. If you want to call it a fucking cucumber, for all the fuck I care.
Right.
It's just as long as you're doing good, being a good person, and helping, as best as you can. That's really all that matters.
I think, by the way, just to let you know, you may not know her, but the good girl is really happy with you right now. already. No, I'm just saying. I know the good girl very well. The good girl who's been on past episodes. She's coming up on another
Hi.
episode. And she already like, oh, when you and your brother are together, blah, 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 blah. That's not how she sounds, but I don't care.
Yes, it is.
But now that you're talking about like goddess shit, she's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Hi. Verge of wet is what I'll say.
She's quite moist. Hi. Sorry.
So yeah, no. I mean, I think that all of us kind of are trying to do the best we can with what we have, even if most of us anyway. I guess unless they're Rosicrucians or whatever. What is it?
Russia. You said it right.
Okay, Rasputins.
The Rasputins and the Christians.
But
no.
And that's really what I think it all comes down to. And if you have a religion that specifically, look at her nipples, dude. Look at her fucking nipples.
She has Naya bra on, bro.
Oh,
there is Naya bra.
Girl, dude.
Yes,
she's stupid.
Exactly. That's why she's walking around. No,
but bro. There's a type of what? There's a type of like.
She's looking directly at your guy.
She was looking directly at us. Because we are in the middle of fucking Piedmont with fucking microphones.
I'm sorry. Anyway, what were you saying?
Yes, bitch, we were talking about your nips.
Your nips is hard. Sorry.
It's windy today.
Let's roll it up. Let's roll it up.
Bite some fucking girl flesh. Man flesh.
That's why.
But there's a big. I like how I just start sentences as if I know what the fuck I'm gonna say. What were we talking about?
We were talking about her. Her nipples were very distracting.
I feel like there are a lot of. I feel like there are a lot of that whole Rosicrucian, whatever, Scientologists. Maybe not so much Scientologists. What's the other one? I guess the Masons are. Like
the Masons.
There's like a big. It
Illuminati.
really is. I think when I look at myself and why I would do that is because I'm jaded, active alcoholic, just fucking wanting to just punish people because I feel powerless, so I want to get power, and that's something we don't, including when it comes to like this is my water bottle, including when it comes to stuff like. Liberalism going too far, it's because I feel powerless, so I want to get power somehow. I feel powerless. I'm not taking care of my relationships with my family, with my financial situation. I feel powerless in my job. I feel powerless in my school. And you know what? I get instant power just by being like, I'm a victim, or those people are victims, and I'm going to be a fucking mouthpiece for them.
It gives me an
instant
outlet.
Power.
Yeah, an outlet to feel like I'm doing something rather than being powerless.
Right, and an outlet to bully. It's fucking fun to bully people. And it just is. It's just we never talk about it. When we talk about anti-bullying stuff, we always talk about, victim. Like we focus on the victim instead of thinking, why is this motherfucker bullying in the first place?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why is this motherfucker being a bully? It's probably because they feel powerless, or they feel weak, or they have weird home shit going on.
They're taking it personal.
Right. Or we don't even just acknowledge the fact that everyone has a victim and a bully inside of them in different areas.
Yeah, it depends on what the fuck you're talking about and where you feel at that moment.
Right.
I mean, I've been a dick in my past life. I've been a dick probably last week.
Yes.
But, I really feel that the whole darkness of it all is choosing power, the giving up of doing the right thing rather than sacrificing maybe whatever the fuck that is in order to do the right thing.
And doesn't a piece of me feels like sack up? Doesn't a piece of me feel like when I look at somebody like that, or when I look at somebody who's going super liberal, I just feel like, would you just sack the fuck up? Oh, life is hard. Boo fucking who? Like, no shit. All of us, every single fucking person, even that bitch with her nipples pokey, feels, even fucking Tongans who sing fucking, you know what I'm saying? You know what's a good song, by the way? Return to Innocence by Enigma.
Dude, absolutely.
Love, devotion, feeling, emotion. Dude, nipples is coming back, dude.
Oh, round two. Fight. We were talking about.
Doesn't it feel like I just feel like I have no fucking sympathy for those fucking people.
It's easy to get lost inside of the shit, though, right? Like both far right, far left. It's easy to get trapped into your echo box, your echo chamber. Right. When you're being constantly reminded, if this person says it, who I actually respect the whatever of, that must be true, because why the fuck would they not research, or why the fuck would they not have whatever a skewed view for whatever the fucking reason? It's really just being able to check yourself and realize, okay, why am I actually thinking? Why am I doing this? I get lost all the fucking time, and then I'll realize a month later, that was not right.
Right, and you're right though. It does happen I don't talk about shitty, dumb things the right does or the libertarians do really very much, because we always hear it constantly around here.
It's easier to fucking be angry at the
racism bad.
But I'm not.
But when Jordan Peterson he said he posted something about Kavanaugh, like if this is true, Kavanaugh needs to step down or something like that, and all the libertarians were like, "Fucking traitor!" It's like, whoa. But we're all allowed to believe whatever. I may disagree with Jordan, but I don't think he's a traitor just because he
said, "Hey, let's see if it's true."
Right, and he said, he thinks this might happen or that might happen. Like, you don't have to be all on one side or all on the other. And that includes, I know, dude, she just keeps coming through. And that includes, she just wants to be on the show. And that includes shit that doesn't make, and that includes us in the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, it's always the far right and far left are the ones with the loudest voices. Just because they're just so angry and worked up inside of themselves, and again, feeling powerless makes you fight harder because you're taking it fucking personal rather than actually seeing it as just a situation that does have a fucking solution.
Right.
Like what fucking Jacko Willing says. You know,
Right.
you have to fucking disengage, you know, detach, and fucking just move a couple inches away and check out the fucking scene and see what really is going on.
Right.
Rather than your fucking scope, you know.
Right. That motherfucker's cool.
God, I love that man, dude.
Jocko Willink makes me want to like. Every time I listen to him, I'm like, all right,
I'm a man. No, dude, he just, you know, he's real.
Can you imagine, by the way, that there are many in this area? And by the way, ladies, I apologize for how shitty men are right now. And by shitty, I don't mean grab ass at the fuck. What in the fuck is that? And I don't mean.
She doesn't have a bra either. He doesn't have a bra either. Is that what? Dude, from the back it looks like fucking Karate Kid. God damn it, what the hell's his name?
Ralph Macchio.
Ralph Macchio. Hey, Ralphie!
There's someone you and I love very much who looks like Ralph Macchio.
I know.
I have told her many times.
Awesome.
Anyway. I love her. Anyway. There's a God damn it, dude! Why can't
we were
I
talking
fucking
about people
focus?
around here not being a
that men are fucking not men are pigs, but men are just weak, man. Men are fucking weak right now, dude. And so many guys are just like
scared,
limp noodles, dude.
It's a scariness because you don't want to be seen as such a thing, and we all know that we talk as we just did about Nip Nip Lady.
Yeah,
as we all do because, well, you know what? It's the goddamn truth. You're not wearing
It
a bra,
is.
and I love titties.
Right, dude. I just want to.
Sorry.
I just want to sniff.
If you had him
Can
covered,
I
wouldn't be like titties.
Can I motherfucking sniff? Remember that Patrice
didn't
joke?
yell?
Remember that?
Oh my God! You're ruining everything. I don't know who you are.
Remember that Patrice joke where he was like, for harassment day, he was like, there should be one day in November where we're allowed to find out if you're a hoe or not. Yeah. And if you're not a hoe, that's great. You know, it's with flowers. Happy Harassment Day. You know, I just wanted to find out. I've been waiting all year. I just want to find out if you suck my dick in the broom closet. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, you know, I'm going to touch your ass or I'm going to whatever. But there's flirting that happens at work. Yeah. And he was like, hey, Susan, let me know when you go to the bathroom so I could sniff your chair. Dude, I just want to sniff some chairs. You ever going into public bathroom after a girl and just thought like she was so hot you almost wanted to sniff it?
Man, I get to connect sewers. We'll Kate. Smells. It smells.
First, the way you said that was weird.
Man.
I'd get to connect sewers. Fucking turd. The other thing is that you said it like it was a brag.
They go wee.
Guess what?
You were just talking about.
I know, but I'm not to the point where I'm jealous of moving O-rings, wax O-rings.
Stop denying it. Are we still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Okay, it's just
wax O-rings.
But I feel that it's a fear. It's a fear because, again, both the loud, yes, they, you know, have probably been dicks, but they just don't want to be, the ones who are in the middle don't want to be seen as.
And it starts, but it starts so young and it continues on. Like I was watching I love Portlandia. Fred Armisen is fucking hilarious. Carrie Brownstein is fucking hilarious. But no matter what comedy show, you cannot be a comedy writer and be a fucking dude. Like a goddamn dude. Like just a fucking funny dude, just a man.
You're talking about in this climate?
Maybe ever. Like every single time it's just like man of the West, and every time they project manness, it's all like in goofiness. It's always the just like any humor.
Jeff
blah, blah,
Foxworthy.
Blah. They go so far. Sorry, get your Tongan ass out of my fucking car.
Bye.
You fucking bag.
Anyway, continue.
But like you can't be a fucking dude. Like I remember that feeling, like I was saying, like that Jocko Willink makes me want to. There are men who just don't know what that feeling is, who never embrace that feeling.
Jocko Willink.
You know what I mean? Like they had a thing on Portlandia, this skit where this, you know, she's trying to. It's funny. It was whatever, and Steve Buscemi directed it, so I love him. Buscemi. But like where they go to a gun store and like, you know, they're all, you know, both Carrie and Fred are like nervous at the gun store, and like Fred's like, oh, every time you have that gun near me, I want to put my hands up. It's like. Faggot, dude. Like, you can't handle a fucking... I've never been in a gun store. None of you fucking comedy writers have just gone into a gun store. It's fine. It's a fucking gun store. Everybody has guns.
They're scared.
It's fine.
They're scared.
Stop being a queer dude. And I don't mean queer like a homosex. I mean a fucking...
homosex.
But I mean a goddamn fucking limp dude.
Do you think,
noodle.
Do you think that's because a lot of Hollywood writers are just not really grounded in and don't have that experience.
Maybe, but they should at least have the sense of self to realize, okay, there are good things about this, or like go into a fucking gun store. Like if you don't need to know something to make fun of it, but like go into it's not that bad. Here's Ralph Macchio again.
It's okay.
One of those shoes too. It's Rufio.
Sweep the leg.
It's fucking. It's like a rat came to life. It's a rat came to life. I'm gonna have a cigarette. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that would be so sad to not ever know what it feels just to like fucking man up, dude.
It's a fear.
Just go to the gym. Even going into the stupid things like going to the gym make me feel like I'm just looking at, it's a little faggy, but like you go into the mirror, you're just like, motherfucking. I wish a motherfucker would.
I like feeling pumped. I do my fighting. It's fun, but.
Wait, you do fighting?
Yeah, but it's really dorky.
Oh yeah. Do you want to talk about it?
Sure, I don't care. It's the Society for Creative Anachronism. I do heavy fighting where I get dressed up in medieval armor and go hit dudes with sticks, and get hit with sticks. There's a little bruise here. That was from last Tuesday.
Why? So you get hit with sticks. So it's kind of like LARPing. Yes, which is dorky.
No, it's not LARPing. I don't have magic missiles, though.
But
technically,
you have bruises.
Yes.
It's like LARPing with bruises.
It's manly LARPing.
All right.
I'm a man.
Do you ever fight girls?
Yeah.
With sticks and shit?
With sticks.
You can't hit.
Do
you feel weird
smacked a chick in the face with the.
How's it go? One more time. I didn't see it.
And that's the noise that I'm gonna make. But the thing is that. Yes, if you were going to get suited up and want to fucking fight, then I'm going to give you my all. I'm not going to treat you like a fucking flower.
Right.
Because if you're not in armor, then yes, I'm not going to attack you. But I have lost many a time to some fucking hardcore-ass women smacking the shit out of my face or giving me another
How did you get
bruise.
into this?
My wife.
Okay, now, how expensive is the armor?
I mean, it depends
on how legit-ass armor?
If you want to come, dude, I will suit your ass up, son. Dude, it's fun.
I think we need to do a Conservatish field trip.
Yes, we're going to do this shit. I'm going to bring you this.
If I have did that, armor. My whole life changed, and I like completely changed the focus of the show.
Dude.
Just like instead of
I'm a warrior.
You guys, this week we're going to talk about helmets. Get real. Here we go.
I would actually be.
I'm
much
sure
more
you would.
I would love the fuck out of that.
You are a piece of shit.
Hey, once I put your ass in armor and you come trying to come at me, okay. Here's the thing, dude.
Don't say come at me in such a feminine way.
You know my roommate.
You
know my roommate, right? The fucking 6'4" motherfucker, big dude.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I fought him.
Right.
Right. And when you're fucking going at somebody, yes, you got armor on, you got a helmet on, you got body armor, leg armor. Right. But when you still get hurt, you're only wearing the armor so that way you don't break anything. Right. Okay, but you're still getting hit with rattan.
Does anyone? Rattan?
Rattan, not
Is that a Tongan word?
Think bamboo, but solid cord.
That's your fucking weapon?
Yeah. That's what we're hitting. Yeah, dude.
That fucking must hurt.
It does. But you know what? I hadn't fought in like a year, right? But this last Tuesday, I fought, and the dude fucking hit me right here, and I still got the bruise. But once I felt that, it was like, okay, the adrenaline's in, and you feel like, wanting to fight. Yeah, dude. And the thing is, I can go to work the next day. Yes, I'm in pain. I'm sore. But I still get to get out that manly fucking adrenaline.
Yeah, it's like that moshing shit.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Every time I mosh, I'm just like,
dude, you're gonna love this shit. You're gonna love it. I have loner armor, loner helmet.
God damn it, I'm not.
But if you want to look fancy schmancy, there's many different things that we can do. But I have this helmet with a face.
Who makes these helmets/armors?
I can help
Are there places? Well, I'm aware of that.
Yes.
I want to help the public.
There are armory places you can go. Fuck me. What the hell is that place called? Contact me later when I'm not in the middle of it, and I will help you get armor if you want to come.
I'm just saying if people want, if people want to learn,
go societyforcreativeanachronism.org and look up heavy fighting.
SCA.
SCA. It's the Society for Creative Anachronism. And the West Kingdom is what is out here. It actually started in Berkeley. of course, you probably hate it. No, you don't want to come.
I smell madness. Get it away.
No, it
sorry.
It evolved.
My shoulders don't exist.
But the thing is there is a whole element on the other side for people who do like to do the whole dress-up thing. Like, that's why my wife got into it. We had went to like this Ren Fair thing, and she made this tunic thing for me, and I was like, okay, cool. I don't like to dress up, but she likes to.
Right.
And so she had bought this stuff. She's like, well, where else can I go besides this? And then she went searching online, and she's like, oh, we can go to this thing called this Site of Creative Anachronism. Right. And I was like, I don't want to fucking go and LARP.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? I don't want to fucking do that shit. Yeah, it's a little LARPy, right? But then she's like, no, they have real fighting. I'm like, real fighting?
How many times do you say good sir knight during the day?
Jokingly?
Don't
all the time.
I
go, oh yeah, but no, I don't play a fucking character. Nobody's playing a character. It's not like fucking magic missile. Yeah, there are people who do LARPing, and obviously there's a whole thing. But for me, I just go for the fighting and drinking, because dude, the parties alone are fucking.
Do you ever have some LARPing orgies,
bro? I don't want to get into it.
I know,
we'll talk off
you have
cam
a very
cams.
wonderful,
we'll talk off
wonderful wife.
We'll talk off. Anyway, we'll talk off cams about the different parties. But the party life when there's wars, where it's
nigga,
like
I need to put on some armor, dude.
Dude, you don't even need it.
That's my favorite thing too. Is the whole LARPing? They already have nipple piercings down. Like, there's already like
there's many atmospheres where there's belly dancers. There's all these drum circles. There's all this different stuff. There's wars that I go to down in wherever, where there's like 300 people versus 300 people in this fucking field, where we just fucking go at it, dude.
God damn it, that would be fun.
Smashing and running.
Okay, but who dies? Well, like, how do you know what you die?
If you get hit hard enough that you feel through the armor, then you count it as either, if you get hit on the arm, you lose the arm, and then you can switch swords, right?
So it just goes by the fucking honor system?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
You fucking, what else are you going to do?
What if you get smacked real quick and you have to lie there for the next hour while everyone else is fighting?
You get back up, and either they finish that scenario, which is like 10 minutes long, or it's res, and so you get to just walk back to this one point.
Does a fairy come by and say you're alive now?
No. There again is nay a LARP. There's nay a LARP, sir.
So, okay.
Sorry.
But there's a okay, so when did you start this? How many years ago?
Fuck. For real, before my daughter was born, we started. That's where we found it. And then my daughter was born, and we took like 6 years off. 6 years off, and then I started again like 5 years ago.
And you still have like good friends in the
oh yeah,
scene
absolutely.
And shit?
My buddy, we hang out all the time, but that's
You need I need some SCA fucking fans.
Yeah, no.
You motherfuckers need to fucking share this shit.
Come at me, bruh. But yeah, anybody who wants to get involved, I can set up practices and
2 damage, 3 damage.
No, stop it. But anyway, if you get
like I was saying, I need them as fans, and then I make fun of
if you get hit in the leg, you go down and have to fight from your legs. So just imagine this hulking man, and you're having to defeat him with your sword.
I have
with your Ashwood.
I can defeat a man using his sword.
You have defeated a man with his sword.
I'm making a joke about filleting.
This movement.
But there's that's interesting, man. That's I guess so there is some even in Seed Dorks you can go
dude, that's absolutely.
You can have a manness. It wants to come out whether you like it or not. The manness wants to come out. Just let it happen.
Absolutely. That's the whole thing, dude. Like, there is my buddy who is a total desk jockey nerd. Right? Someone that you would think would just be blah, blah, right? But he is a hardcore fighter in the fucking thing, because he can smack the shit out of you because he knows how to fight. Right? So they're equalizer all across the board.
Do you ever hear stories of them using those like in a real street ass like I mean, I guess there is the benefit of knowing that I've gotten hit and I haven't died from just getting punched or getting hit in the head.
Knowing that I can just pick up a stick and smack the shit out of someone. Yes.
Look at that ass, Jesus.
Yes.
Fucking. Oh my God, I'm gonna bite some shit.
He must work out. But yes, it's the whole thing of I have been in a fight, I've had my adrenaline go, and I know that I have a certain skill. One way or another, I know that if something is coming at my face, I can move, dodge out of it, or block it, and then come back this way.
Okay.
Right, at least having more experience. Obviously, if they're like fucking jiu-jitsus, Jujitsu meshes.
Don't talk about
Then
Asians.
they're gonna. Fish tacos.
I just want a place where I can be recorded making racist Asian jokes. I just want a place where I can.
Do you want to bust out the jokes?
Let's do it. That's a nice transition.
We're gonna bust.
There should be a.
That
was a perfect noise. God damn it!
All right, all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Conservatish. You can support this podcast at patreon.com/Conservatish. Find this on YouTube at youtube.com/rule62pete, and find me on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes. A black Jewish boy runs home from school one day and asks his father, "Daddy, am I more Jewish or more black?" The dad replies, "Why do you want to know, son?" The kid replies, "Because a kid at school is selling his bike for $50, and I want to know if I should talk him down to 40 or just steal it." I don't know why I had to do that voice, but I did
you
it.
didn't have to, but it was
I didn't.
Nice.
It works. It works.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Don't be racist.
Gong.
Racism is a crime, and crime is for black people.
Aww.
Oh. Oh. How does a black girl tell if she's pregnant? When she pulls the tampon out, all the cotton is picked.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Gong.
What's the difference between a naked white woman and a naked black woman? One is on the cover of Playboy, and the other is on the cover of National Geographic.
Aww.
Oh.
Saggy titties.
What's the problem with an Asian pet store? There's always a kitchen in the back. A Mexican, a Cuban, and a Chinese guy are riding in a truck. Who's driving?
Wait, say it again?
A Mexican, a Cuban, and a Chinese guy are riding in a truck. Who's driving?
Who?
The immigration.
Yeah, all right.
Why don't black people take free cruises?
Why?
Because they aren't falling for that one again.
I
brought it back. I brought it back.
And they can't swim. Remember that Vine? I can't see him. I can't swim. Happy birthday, Raven. I can't see him. He needs some milk.
He needs some milk. Would a white or a black kindergartner have a bigger dick? The black one because he's 20.
Oh.
Why do Jewish people love air?
Why?
Because it's free.
Oh, you saw that one coming.
I did.
Gong.
How do you stop a Mexican tank?
How?
Shoot the people pushing it. Oh, this is a throwback to the other ones. Why do black people smell?
Why?
So blind people can hate them too.
Aww.
Remember? Oh, this is a 420 special.
Okay.
What do you call stoned Mexicans? Baked beans. What do you call two Mexicans playing basketball?
What?
Juan on Juan.
Right.
That's just don't.
You're the fucking.
Now you killed
you're
it.
ruining everything. You get like one more good one.
Okay, hold on. Why do Asians hate football?
Why?
Because they spend 13 hours a day making them.
Aw, that's all right.
Yes. Oh, what do you call three black guys hanging from a tree?
What?
An Alabama wind chime.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's okay.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yay!
Yay!
Free speech.
Free speech, bitches.
Yay! Free speech.
Racism.
Right. It's fun. Racism's fine. It's not that big a
It's not
goddamn
racism.
deal.
It's a joke. It's a fucking
power.
joke. I hate people who are like, well, you shouldn't
swallow
blah, blah, blah,
my
blah.
cum, you fucking cunt.
There are some horrible things that I laugh at, and there's like that thing I sent you earlier.
Yes.
I shouldn't laugh at that.
No,
but it was
that there was one. There was one I shared with my Patreon people, so I won't share it now. But it's filthy. Actually, you know what?
You should share that.
Oh, maybe I'll
share some.
Here, we'll pause this real quick, and I'll say it on this. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yay!
Huzzah! But I like getting, and not just that, but like, humor is a completely separate thing, and we all know that naturally. I think we all know that naturally, but the problem is that people get so caught up in their ideas that they think, and the right sometimes does it too, not these days so much, but sometimes they do it too, where like, if someone tells me a Trump joke, even though I'm kind of, I'm down with Trump, like, just because someone tells me a Trump joke doesn't mean I need to go, actually,
yeah. It's funny.
It's funny.
It's
funny, it's funny. And if I'm laughing, then fine. And if it's funny and I can respect it from afar, fine. That's, you know, there was one meme where this guy is wearing this white shirt. It's not very clever, but I get it and I respect it from afar. It's stupid, but it's like it is a picture of Clorox bleach can, and it says, "The law is like the laundry is like the law system is like bleach. Works great for whites, but destroys all colors." Like, you're a stupid ass, and it's not very funny. You know what I mean? But like, I can respect it from afar. Look at these fucking. Come on, dude.
Hey man, they're
the
all
one on the
16,
left
figuring out.
Once.
Hey, she also has no. But
you can also tell, like, if a girl. Okay, this is some controversial shit I'm about to say. You need to stop having a fucking seizure on the fucking show. But there's this is some controversial shit. I really believe when a girl is like pretty, almost 100% of the time, she's like, and she says she's lesbian, she's like 96% lesbian. She wants dick from time to time, or has had fun, or been in a relationship with a man before.
Not
if she's
against
fucking
it.
pretty.
Yeah, not against
that's what I'm saying. She may choose to be in a relationship,
Yeah.
or only exclusively date women from now on. But if she's pretty,
the energy is still
stop.
there.
The energy is still there. Fucking, you know who's an example of that? Who's that bitch from Who's that bitch from Orange is the New Black?
I'll fucking watch that.
That show's kind of boring, yeah.
I don't.
But
I'm not going to spend
so
the limited amount of time that I have
but like
watching that.
But there's that main bitch. She wants penis. Stop. Like, I know she dates lesbians, and she's fine with a penis from time to time, or has been in the past. You know what I mean?
Someone who is close to me has said that there is really no substitute for a wang. That there's no substitute for the
she's
feeling.
a lesbian?
No, she's bi. But we have had discussions about, dildos and all that stuff, and she's just like, that's great and all, like the best one on the market that, does all this different shit is wonderful.
Right.
And can get me to come. But nothing like a dick.
Right.
And I tested that. All the dildos I shoved in me.
Did it hit your sweet spot?
My milk, my prostate. It's just pouring out like a gallon. Like a lot of Elmer's glue. Just dripping.
Looks like someone.
It dries clear.
Looks
also.
like someone broke the dam. It just bubbles out like Augustus Gloop when he fell in. Just
there's a lot of.
What if you came so hard that you diarrhea?
How do you know I haven't? How do you know I haven't?
That's got to be one of the worst sentences I've said on the show. What if you came so hard that you diarrheaed?
Oh fuck!
It's just like.
Does that count as squirting?
It's coming out both ends.
Oh god, I'm squirting.
All right. Now this guy's dancing. Okay.
We really should turn this towards them.
The white kid.
Come on with your fucking chain.
Do it.
With your chain. These are the people we fucking hate.
Oh
wait. Are we gonna get sued?
No, we can't see their faces.
Fuck them, man.
It's fine.
We fuck them, man.
It's fine.
Fuck your orange vest. It's yellow. I know. Whatever.
But I just want a place to like still talk shit. Did you put the lock on? Oh, I put the lock on. Okay.
You're the adult.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was I saying?
We were talking.
Oh, yeah, just free speech for fucking humor. I think everybody knows this. It's more about, like, can you really be, I've said this on the show, but, like, can you really be straight up super liberal and be fucked properly? I think it's impossible to be that crazy. No. And on the right, too. If you're so crazy, I mean, maybe except for Fairuza Balk in American History X. Woof, dude. I would knock the brakes off that fucking bitch. I swear to God. You
really like them damaged, dude. How much damage you got? I want to fuck it.
I love you girls. I love you girls. I do.
I'm gonna fuck your damage so hard.
Actually, there's a pretty cute girl I'm gonna try to have on soon.
Where's her daddy?
She's not. No, actually, she's not damaged.
No,
she's not damaged.
Something's wrong.
I'm gonna try and.
She like you?
Yeah, she does.
She's damaged.
All right. You know what? But yeah, I do like some fucked up from time to time. Why must I cry? Why must I cry? Why? Shorty. Dude, remember Tosh.0 back in the day? Dude?
I remember
that was
old
a good
Tosh.
show, man.
Old Tosh.
I guess he's still on, but I haven't seen a Tosh.0 in fucking like 10 years, man.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a very random thought.
I'm just saying.
Why were you thinking about Tosh?
Because you said Shorty, and it made me think of why must I cry? Why must I cry? Why?
What? Who did that song?
It was an old YouTube video, and Tosh.0 came out. Remember the redemption part?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had one of the.
Okay,
he had him.
So that's where it is. Do you remember Chocolate Rain?
There's a great. Please, everybody, please, after you're done listening, or pause right now, go find the Radiohead Chocolate Rain mashup. It's fucking great.
No, that exists.
It's fucking great. It's Talk Show by Radiohead. Doom 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 doom.
Dude, that is a perfect match.
Doom doom. Chocolate rain. Baby born before the storm will die. Chocolate rain.
Rain.
It's fucking great. It's chill
Is that her titty
and goofy at the same time. What?
No, that's bubble tit.
Yeah, when it's
your boobs are too big for your bra.
Yeah,
I learned that because I know a lady.
Because you wear one.
My wife has. Chocolate rain.
Like how in the middle of things, I'll look at you just. I shouldn't have said that.
Oh no. This woman's getting owned by her dogs. How many women in the world do you ever think, like when you're walking past a woman who's walking a big dog, has she ever tried to get fucked by that dog?
We gotta fucking talk about this. I'm sorry, boys and girls, but it's about to get real free speech up in this motherfucker, okay? It's about to get fucking real free speech up in this motherfucker.
I think
this is not this is my corner market. This is what Conservatish is all about. It is not about
she's getting fucked by
listen, it's not about my corner market is not Jordan fucking Peterson. I'm not that intellectual.
Nope.
It's not Joe Rogan because I don't like aliens and pot and shit. But like, you know, it's not fucking Ben Shapiro because I am not polished. It's not Steven Crowder because I'm funnier. I'm sorry, Steven Crowder's very funny. I am funnier. I am the guy in the middle to the right who also talks about the nastiest shit. I take actual free speech. I'm not free speech like in general because I'm so white I can't say nigger. I say fucking nigger and I say whatever the fuck I want to say all the fucking time. It's about to get real fucking free speech up in this motherfucker. It's about to get real free speech up in this motherfucker. Ready?
Ready. Have at.
I have watched a lot of bestiality porn in my life.
You have to.
If you lot of bestiality porn in my life, and guess what? Mm-hmm. A lot of it, the horse one.
Horses are too big.
It's a little gross.
It's scary.
And the amount of cum that comes out of a horse dick is. I don't want to watch the dick. I just want to watch.
I feel too much.
A woman being that disgusting.
Yeah, I feel too much concern for her vagina.
Right. I want to watch a woman. What is this guy doing?
Fucking a horse. What guy?
He may have flicked a cigarette out our window.
That son of a bitch. So. He probably heard you say no.
Dude, I did say nigger a lot. But like, he's a white guy anyway.
No. I'm Samoan, so I can say it. Bestiality porn.
So I've watched a lot of bestiality porn. Mm-hmm. And what it is that a woman would be that disgusting mentally to want her vagina licked by a dog. But I'm telling you right now, I have watched a lot of bestiality porn, and there are a lot of females. Every single video, it's almost all amateur. Just a girl on her webcam with a dog. Mm-hmm. I have watched a lot of fucking. There's not that many women in the world versus how many fucking.
You'll be surprised.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Some of you fucking girls listening right now, you may have like left that in the past. You were high at the time. Blah 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 blah. But, motherfucker, you are getting your vagina licked by a dog. Be fucking real. Be fucking real.
Spread that peanut butter.
And yet you want to he didn't ask me out the right way. You had your pussy licked by a dog, bitch. Don't talk to me about that shit.
Exactly. They're taking it too personal.
But I'm just saying, like, and all those...
Let's go. That's the Queen of Mutton.
It was almost like Sam's barbecue up in this.
Oh, that tastes like pig. Hi.
Don't stop, dude. You're gonna get us in trouble.
Why? You can't say. We'll
Why
have him
must I cry?
sign my
Why
tits.
must I cry? Why?
He looked so sad.
He probably is thinking about bestiality porn.
I live in Piedmont.
But I'm just saying, there are a lot of women in the world who have had their vaginas licked, and if you're one of those girls,
I agree.
I love you very much.
Good for you.
I know most of you are in Iran right now. Over there, because over there, I do have a couple of listens in Iraq or Iran, and I know your man does not dine at the Y, and I'm just saying.
Is there a Y in Iran?
No, you know what I'm saying. Dine at the Y.
Oh, her vagina.
You've never heard that saying before?
No.
Where the crease comes up, the legs come up, and then.
Oh, I mean, I know what a vagina looks like.
No, he doesn't. But I'm just saying, I love you very much.
I have seen bestiality porn. I feel that everyone should understand that the person that you think is probably super prim and proper is probably the kinkiest bitch you've ever met.
Yay.
And I feel that the hotter they are, the more sex that they've had, and therefore they're willing to be more kinky because of the experiences.
This is what I'm fucking saying. I don't see bitches like that old bitch.
She probably got fucked into that cane, dude. She's buy that fucking little Pomeranian.
See, this is what I'm saying. I'm like Steven Crowder with bestiality added in, and a nigger from time to time. But like, that's my market.
I was gonna say, yeah, but you haven't had any black people on yet.
I have. What do you mean? I've had
Unlearn
the World
Yep.
and Joe from Stank Sauce. He's coming back on again.
Oh, yes.
I think next week.
Dude, yes.
He's a badass dude.
Do you have any sauce?
And we're going to talk about the N-word a lot, too.
Are you going to?
Because as soon as we finished, I was like, oh, I forgot to talk to you about the N-word. He's like, I love the N-word, blah, 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 in his own Joe way. I love Joe.
Did you actually say N-word?
Yeah. No. I think I said N-word, not nigger.
Oh.
But, And plus, there are some people who, I'm not, just because I have a woman on doesn't mean... Let's talk about me using the word cunt. Like, you just...
I feel women, if you're not being a cunt, you shouldn't be pissed off about being called a cunt. Because you're not going to be called a cunt unless you're acting like a cunt.
Yeah, but even... I never really call a woman a cunt, really. It's mostly...
when I'm driving behind them. And they're fucking going 60 in the goddamn
you Asian
lane.
Cunt.
Yes. No, it's... Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that is a very shiny fanny pack.
It was very shiny, whatever.
I don't like that hair.
Nobody does.
It looks almost like she's wearing a cap, like a.
You know what it reminds me of? The opera singer from Fifth Element.
All
right.
Multipass.
But what the fuck was I saying? Oh.
Women.
Yeah, the bestiality. Yeah, and I don't like that. I like it's the hot girls getting their pussy eaten by dogs on a webcam. That is so fucking.
Do you like
good
the
girl,
fucking better
dude.
or the licking better?
All right, listen. I think I like. Sorry. The fucking better is not. The fucking is not better, and here's why the dog fucking the woman is not better. Yeah. Because it's hard to get it in there. Once they're in there and they knot up, then it's fine. But most of the time, the girl's really just getting off because, like, something is happening to her vagina. And that's what it is. That's the female equivalent of a glory hole. Is a dog by themselves. They're just, like, put a little... They don't even need any peanut butter. They just, like... Because they're already their natural smell. Yeah. Just the dog's just like, I don't want to do this. And the dog's fine because no one's suffering. The only bestiality porn where an animal is suffering is when a penis is involved.
Oh, when you're fucking a dog.
Right. Sometimes I'll be scrolling. I was scrolling through the other day, and I was looking for some fun webcam, bestiality with an amateur dog. Blah blah blah. Not a professional dog. And then there was a guy with his dick in a dog. Like no. Boo. Instantly. Boo. It's the same. So I think it's the same thing with that's female teachers. Fucking students. Fucking male students. Oh.
It's hot. I will give you that. But I really feel... okay, so there is that fine line between, okay, yes, you are correct, that if I was a fucking 14, 16-year-old boy, I would have loved to have been touched by a teacher.
Don't say touched.
Touched.
Don't say touched.
Touched. But the thing is that it was right that I wasn't touched. Of course, we all want that to happen, but that stays in the purine.
No. Okay, listen. I'm not saying
it's okay
that it's okay or that the chick shouldn't go to jail or whatever.
Oh.
I'm just saying socially, culturally, we should all understand that it's different because it's fucking different, and we know that it is.
I see what you mean. It's the be honest part that you're always
it's the
railing
real.
about.
Be real. You know that's not. That's only. It's not even. All right. Especially what was the look a bee right on my thing.
Piedmont skaters. Back in my day, we had no money. You fucks.
Did you skateboard when you were a kid?
Yeah, well, in San Francisco, as a Job Corps.
Oh, right.
I was a street kid.
I was too fat.
I was very skinny at that point in time. I think it was 140 pounds.
I think I was like sixth grade, and I got on a skateboard, and I fell off, and I was like, well, that's the end of that career.
Fuck this shit. I tried getting back on one. I'm too old.
No, look, up till the neck, she looks okay, but then her
I wasn't talking about getting on her, man. She looks like you could ride her like a skateboard.
Because her face is flat?
Mm-hmm. Just throw some trucks on that.
But, what are we talking about?
We were talking about skateboarding.
No, before then.
Whores.
Oh, dogs and Emma. Did I have any more? I don't think I had any more on the bestiality.
But just kinky bitches.
There's a difference with the teachers. Yes, it shouldn't happen. But
I don't. Yeah.
Yes, female teachers shouldn't fuck students.
You shouldn't fuck.
But
exactly
when they do, I love you. Email me at conservatishpodcast@gmail.com.
I'll pretend to be a child
I will make you squirt all over the bed.
Would you shave?
Remember that? There was this meme. There was this meme where I'll share it on my Patreon. No. It involves a wet spot in the bed.
Shove in the head.
Yeah. Bad dog.
Bad. Do we rub his face in it?
I don't mind a little butt smell, by the way. I don't mind a little butt smell. Poop
what
is
what
one
is,
thing.
What
but
is
I don't
butt
mind
smell to you? Are you talking about butt funk?
Not funk,
like
but just
funk?
like you know that your finger was in an asshole. That's all.
Oh.
Like it's not like
by proxy poo. I don't know what by proxy.
Like a poop has traveled through this land.
Yeah. Exactly.
Once in its life, but it's not currently there.
There's an aroma.
There's an aroma. And it's not a stink. It's just like this one was in the vagina, and it's like, and then this one, and there's a little butt.
But there's a lot of things that you're okay with when it comes from a hot chick.
Yeah.
Versus, like if you smell the butt funk of that chick, would you be like, I love you because you look like you just ate 20 cakes?
Yeah, that's the thing too, is that like you're walking around. We'll go a few more minutes, and then it's 4:19.
You gotta get your butt funk on
here. But
Seder.
I know I have to go to the Passover.
Ooh.
I'm gonna eat
L'chaim.
Horseradish is fucking delicious.
You're gonna eat that fucking mint jelly?
No.
Gonna eat that mint jelly, girl?
But horseradish is really, really good, and it's very when it's really spicy too.
I hate horseradish.
It's wasabi.
Yeah, I fucking hate wasabi too. And no, it's not wasabi. It's what
Are
wasabi.
You out of your fucking mind? You hate wasabi?
Yeah.
Don't you eat spicy shit?
I like Indian spicy.
You're a piece of
shit. I like
shit,
Thai
dude.
Spicy. I don't like
sushi. That's the best.
That's
the only spicy that I fucking adore.
Love
is
spicy.
goddamn fucking wasabi.
I don't like it's the tang that throws me.
It's not the.
It's don't.
I want it to go. Here's why I like. Here's what I like my wasabi at. I like my wasabi. I like my wasabi right past too much. I want it to go. I shouldn't have done this.
Well,
like surge all over my head and then back into the. Ooh.
That's your whole energy, though. I shouldn't have done this.
No truer words have been fucking spoken. That's how I like my porn, right on the border of legal and illegal. Look at that butt too. Fuck me, dude.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it when they put things over the butt. Was she wearing like? She's wearing like a moving blanket, dude.
No, not that one.
No, I know who you're talking about. I can't even see moving blanket girl's butt, nor do I want to see it.
I know she doesn't.
You think
She looks like the Alice in Wonderland queen.
Off with her head. Dude, they're moving together.
You know she's smelling up the seat too. She's wearing a fucking skirt and riding around on a bike.
That's that butt funk. That's that butt funk. So I looked. I just want to say this. I turned around and looked back, and I saw your bucket, and I was just.
What about it?
I'm just imagining what you do with that bucket.
People tip me. You don't want to.
What do they tip? All right, I'll try them. I'll trade these. These burn so much quicker.
You haven't even. It's not even lit. Cool. Yeah.
That's from the last 12 we've had.
Oh yeah.
Deal with it, whore. So why are you going to the fucking Passover? Just for funsies?
Yeah, because my friend invited me, and he's very gay, and I love him very much.
Ooh.
And so we're gonna.
So you're gonna pass over your.
That's why I have this dress shirt.
So you're gonna give you. Dude, I have to say, I do like dressing up.
Dude,
I like.
That's that man
dress.
shit, dude.
I like
dressing up
dress.
just like.
Dude, I got a black suit. Me and my BFF. We both got black suits, black ties. We look like the fucking Blues Brothers, man.
Of course you do. You look like both Blues.
Put together.
All right. But no, I like dressing up too. I want to fight and I want to dress up.
Okay.
Everybody likes dressing up. That's another thing fucking super liberals don't understand is that if you dress up and you take care of your body, you will feel better.
Yeah.
You know, but then just accept me as I am.
Discipline equals freedom.
Yes, dude.
Yep.
That fucking Jocko goddamn Willink.
See, like, that's the thing, man. That guy just says shit that you just need to fucking hear sometimes. And like, with him, like, I've realized, again, that there's a lot of things that I was already doing just as a, whatever, instinct.
And as a dad, too, you probably, like...
Yeah, for sure. And I was like, yay, I'm not a complete fuck-up, you know, but didn't realize he puts it into an explanation that you can understand what you're doing and, you know, how to go this other way. Like, there was one thing he was talking about, and I've just been going through this shit with a buddy of mine, and essentially it was like, at some point you just need to basically cut it off and just start the healing and just move on with your fucking life, because you don't need that shit. And so I was like, all right, well, you're right, man. You know, I've been holding on too long to this shit.
Right.
It's time to cut it. And ever since then, man, I've just been free as fuck.
Yeah. I've been doing that recently with like the amount of shame that I put on myself.
Yeah.
You know, for a fucking dominant man, I really have the spiritual life of a masochist. I love to beat the shit out of myself, dude.
It's a question.
Adore that shit for some fucking reason, man.
It's a self-questioning.
And yeah, and so obviously it's been helpful in some ways, but I take it way too far. You know what I mean? I was thinking about how much I beat myself up the other day, and I realized, okay, what's the worst stuff I really do? Not the bestiality porn, because I don't see that as bad. I'm sorry, I just don't.
It's pretty bad.
But, like, what's the worst stuff that I do? It's like overeat, not great with money. Like, sometimes I watch Netflix for like 3 hours at a clip. Like,
we all do.
That's the worst. That's the worst thing I do is like, I should be more famous. If I hadn't watched Netflix that extra hour, I would, you know what I mean? Like, hang on. Calm the fuck down. Like, I'm not that bad. But, like, for some reason, I just...
Here it is, dude. I know exactly what you're talking about, but it's almost like that whole thing of there's things that we carry on from our childhood that are just so fully ingrained of trying to come up with an explanation of why we went through the shit that we went through, that it must have been that we're a complete piece of shit. And so now your coping mechanism has always been to somehow, well, I must be a piece of shit because all this shit fucking happened. Right.
I had that shit from before any weirdness happened in the family. For me,
dude,
like, I had
weirdness
that shit
was happening from day one, bruh.
There
would obviously shit wouldn't have gone down the way it went down if shit wasn't weird in the first place, man. But either way, all I'm saying, no. All I'm saying is that there's shit that we carry on that we grow up as adults, but we're still technically children because it's something we've never fucking dealt with, and so now you're dealing with it. Like exactly right. I've always been somehow afraid to succeed, to actually go for it, because if I fail, the last time I tried to succeed, I failed, and then therefore, I touched that stove, and it was such a painful stove that I try to succeed in my mind, but I end up sabotaging myself, because I get right to that point, and you know, whatever. So I've started to fucking pull that out. It's like, you know what? just fucking do it. Just push your shit through, like listening to Jocko, right? And just accepting that, you know what, failure is a possibility. Failure is going to happen, but the only thing that will stop me is if I submit to the failure rather than learning from that shit and moving on and pushing forward and realizing that I can succeed, that it is okay.
There's, I'll put it in this frame, because I think some of that applies. Some of that.
Titties back.
Yeah, no. Some of that. I don't know. Maybe we could talk more about it offline. But like, what I think of it as well as when Louis C.K. talked about making Pootie Tang, when he directed Pootie Tang, and he said what happened with Pootie Tang is that eventually it just wasn't the studio somehow just took complete control of it. And he didn't have final edit, and it was his first movie, and he just felt like it was completely... They literally flew him out to Los Angeles to sit him down and tell him, hey, we're going to edit the shit out of your movie, and you get to, like, come in and watch us edit it, but you have no fucking say in it.
Why the fuck fuck me anyway, fuck me from afar.
And so it was a fucking horrible experience. He talked about people telling him he's never going to work again, and like just feeling like this is the worst failure of my life. And he went through a month or two of just like, I'm a piece of shit, or even less than that. And then like, okay, my worst fear came true, and I survived. My worst fear came true, and I'm okay. Like, and not only did my worst fear come true, but now I'm blackballed, or he was in fear about all this stuff, and it turns out it wasn't the end of the world, and he wasn't blackballed, and it wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? So which gave him immense freedom, I'm sure, which has helped him through all this sex stuff and all this Me Too stuff.
You can recover as long as you don't give up. As long as you realize what the fuck you're doing, man.
And you're introspective and you're solid about like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have done some things, but like I know myself well enough to know I'm not a piece of shit. So
yeah, don't hold on to the regret. Don't let the regret win.
Right. So it's good shit, man. Yeah.
I was just thinking about it. Thinking about shit and listening to stuff.
Yeah.
Realizing people are human. We're all human. And if I see that in someone else, then I must see it in myself as well. So deal with it.
You hear that, liberals? Cocksuckers.
Stop being cunts. On both sides. Far
yeah,
wings.
You don't have... Well, we've talked about possibly...
Yeah,
if you wanna,
I mean, we can hint at it. I don't want to spread a name or nothing yet, but I mean, I'm trying to start my own business now. The company I was working for last time I was here, shut down. It's been actually really cool. I'm working for the person that bought it, yet also able to run my own company on the side.
Nice.
So I'm just doing my thing, and I'm eventually going to get my contractor's license, and then we'll start advertising on this bitch.
Awesome. I look forward to it. Oh. Put it in my hole.
Oh my god.
Good girl.
I'm a whore. This is why I want to advertise. God,
I'm going to advertise my company. Yeah. I'm a whore.
Do we want to let this man in my house? Probably not. No, you don't.
His brother talked about bestiality a lot and said nigger.
What if I just... Anyway. So let's never call him again.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. You can support this podcast at patreon.com/conservatish.
Give him money.
You can find me on Instagram at Peter_Feliciano, FELICIANO. Email me your hate mail at conservatishpodcast@gmail.com. Hate mail and titty pictures.
And bestiality.
And bestiality, yeah, links to fucking the worst. Don't send me fucking links, God damn it.
Horses, fucking.
Right. Check out this turtle noshing on a clit.
Watch his... That's shoving the... I'm just imagining shoving a tiny turtle. Turtlet.
All right.
It's perfect timing.
That's how it sounds. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I love you very much. And thank you, Will, again for coming on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.